Okay. Now, there are people who swear. That side really is paralyzed. Um, there are people who swear they can't miss my sit reps. And I do know that some people I didn't expect to watch them at all definitely watch them because they respond every once in a while, saying that they like them. Well, checking the like box. Sometimes the strange ones that I wouldn't expect that particular person to watch or like. But now, this one just got on my head when I woke up this morning, and I promised dinner to anybody who, the first person to get it, without using any of the song lyric things on the computer or the search engines or anything like that. Just know it off the top of your head. I may even misquote it a little bit because it's been a long time since I've heard it, and it just was on my mind when I got up this morning. Pretty sure it's not going to be in Clarksville because the only person in Montgomery County on my friend and on my contact list is my roommate. She checks them on her phone on her days off on my Wi-Fi. So she'll never get scrolled down to it. But, when in doubt, whip it out. Gonna start myself a rock and roll band. That's the quote. If you can tell me who did it, I think it's pretty funny. It may be too simple, but I really think it's before most of your times. There's nobody from, well, there's one person who's originally from Cumberland County on my contact list, now in McMinnville. There's one person from Montgomery County. There's a bunch of people I don't know from all over the place. Some of them are girls who befriended me out of nowhere. Anyway, we won't go into that. The last one was just the nicest by far. That was yesterday. So, shout out. I'm in a very good mood today. Usually that's a very, very bad thing for somebody who's been seriously depressed for a long, long, long time. Of course, today is my last payday. So that does kind of mark things. And I can now call my doctor and say, look, these are the drugs I've never had. Maybe tonight I'll sleep. What I've been doing, I never take anything that wasn't prescribed to me. But what I've been doing is I've been taking, I got like 3 or 4 prescriptions that may cause dizziness and drowsiness, and including the 10 milligram Valiums, although I'm still on those. But I've got 3 or 4 of those bottles off to the right of my bed. 15 minutes after I can't fall asleep, I just reach over, I don't turn on the light, I grab one, I take one of whatever it was. 15 minutes later, if I still haven't fallen asleep, I reach over and grab another bottle. It's medicine roulette. I get sleep. Sometimes I may wait like half an hour or 45 minutes before I take that first one because I'm trying not to. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But once I do the first one, the second one 15 minutes later is not a problem at all. And I might wait 20. But 20 minutes is the longest I'm going to wait. Hey, if I were allowed to drink, give me a 5th of bourbon and a 12-pack of natural ice, cheap, high-potency beer. I'd have some bourbon left over. I'd be asleep. And I'd stay up. You know, instead of feeling like I have to go to bed around 7:30, which I mean, my body says it, you gotta go. And I get there and then I can't sleep. So instead of that, I would go ahead and stay up till 10, watching TV. Then I'd go to bed and crash right out. I would. As I said, I was a functioning alcoholic for 25 years. I quit drinking. I quit functioning. I quit drinking first. 3.5 years later, I quit functioning. Figure it out. Anyway. One doctor after my first trek, or was it my last trek? I think it was my last trek, had actually said, because he was attached to Baptist Hospital, not Baptist, but Fort Sanders Hospital. And he told me flat out, he says, don't ever stop drinking. Because you've been drinking so much for so long, your body's quit producing certain chemicals that it needs. If you quit drinking, your body's not going to start producing them again. If you quit drinking, you're going to fall apart, and your stomach's going to not work for you for shit anymore. Never stop drinking. I said, would you please put that on a prescription? He says, you've got to have at least a drink with each meal and a few drinks at night. I said, please put that on a prescription. He says, are you crazy? No doctor's going to put that on a prescription. He's not the first doctor I've heard who said similar things, though. The rest were off duty. And drinking themselves at the time, but, you know. Yes, I used to drink with the doctors. The problem is, I needed to be across town drinking with the judges and the lawyers. They all drank at Applebee's. We won't say anything about the Coke. But, Nessie is apparently tearing up something in my bedroom because she's the only one back there. Everybody else got up and went out. Which, after having Salem run over, I'm not exactly thrilled about, but nobody else ventures past the front sidewalk. Of course, Salem never ventured within 8 feet of the road. Apparently, he changed his mind right out a week ago. There was no more Salem. And I miss him so. I can't explain it to people. You know, there's too many out there who hate cats, and even those who love cats, it's like, oh, they've got enough cats that, oh, one died. I don't see it that way. It was his personality. He loved me. He wanted to be with me when I went out to walk the dogs, etc. That's why when I went out looking for him the first day, which was the day he disappeared, no, I gave him a day to wander around and play. The next day, I walked almost all the way back down to Dollar General and back, walking the right sides of the road, facing traffic, checking the ditches, every bit of the ditches. Turns out if I'd walked 20 yards the other way, I'd have found him. Maybe he was still alive, maybe he was still fighting for his life, maybe, however it was, it's my fault. I know it is. Maybe he darted back across the road when I called him in. I have lost a cat that way before. I used to, when I lived in Proctor, I'd flip the front porch light on and off 3 times. And that was a signal to the cats. Last call. And I did that, and the neighbor came. Well, I said this yesterday. Yeah. Anyway. For those who don't love cats, I'm sorry. For those who do love cats, they're so interesting because they've all got their own personalities. I mean, it's distinctive. You can tell if a cat's doing something, which cat it's going to be. You know, it's like messing with something on the table, that's Nessie. You know, it just, you know. I'm smoking too much. No, I'm not smoking too much. I get paid today and I've still got 3 packs left, so I guess I timed something out. Then again, I'm almost negative 400 in my checking account again. Turns out my insurance never did lapse. I told you I thought I'd filled those same forms out before, and all they required were a signature on both. So I think the person I called last Thursday, or last Tuesday, who said that they didn't have the right paperwork and he was mailing it to me, I appreciate his effort, worked his ass off. I think he missed a couple things in the paperwork, because he didn't get me the stuff till Friday night, so it didn't get there till Monday afternoon, and I never lost my insurance. It was supposed to end at midnight Sunday, so there you go. Since I never lost my insurance, I am assuming I still get paid. Yeah, on that dinner thing, you know, I'm willing to cook dinner for the person who identifies the singer of that song without any lyrics places, but not at Dawn's house. You can't cook at Dawn's house. No, you can have a bowl of cereal maybe, but you can't cook. Michael came in one morning, right at noon, and wanted to cook himself an omelet. He got about a third of the way through it, and Rissa had two friends over, and one of them said, "I want that omelet." So that omelet became hers. The next omelet became the other friend's. The next omelet became Rissa's. By the fourth omelet, he was cooking one for himself. You can't cook for yourself I can't cook for two people in Dawn's house. That just didn't work. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here right now. I'm like I said, I'm in a good mood, and for those of you who know depression, you know how scary that is. I would say I'm giving stuff away, but I don't have anything to give away. Anderson out.